Okay, hello. Yeah. So while waiting for your friends, maybe you can take a look at my screen, okay? And think about some question of the topic first. So today we will continue with topic number 28, all right? And it's gonna be about places, all right? We're gonna talk about places. And here, okay, so we're gonna have a reading exercise today. We're gonna talk about some unusual homes in the world, alright? Some strange, some unusual homes in the world, okay? They are very strange, very unusual. And you can please take a look at the 4 pictures here, alright? We have A, B, C, D, we have 4 photos, and they are all very, very unusual homes. So please take a look at them and tell me, what do you think they look like inside, okay? So what do you think they're gonna be like inside these houses, these homes? Yeah, they are so strange. They're so very unusual house. Okay, so please take a look and think about it a bit, alright? Spend a few minutes thinking about it and then help me answer later. Yeah, what do you think they are like inside these homes, inside these houses? What they are like? Spend a few minutes thinking about it.
So I'm just gonna say every of each people.
Yeah.
Picture.
Each of the photo, yeah. According to your opinion, okay. According to your imagination. Yeah.
So,
okay, you ready? Ready?
Yeah.
Okay, yes, please. So let's talk about picture A. Can you describe the outside a little bit? Okay, and then tell me what do you think gonna be like inside the house? All right.
Looking outside of the house, we could already see that it is an airplane.
Yeah.
But then living inside an airplane would be weird. Also, I don't really know that which room gonna be in the airplane because it's very big, like a big area. But then having a house to live in there, it's weird.
Yeah.
I mean, thinking that how many rooms would be perfect in there too?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Maybe. Right. But yeah, looking outside, we're gonna see that it looked like an airplane, right? Yeah. So what about picture B? What do you think about picture B?
Well, in picture B, the outside, it looked, well, almost, I don't know. To me, it's kind of look like a playground for a house that made for kids.
Sure.
But then again, the house was placed in an unusual place. But I guess it would be okay for some of us to live if we are alright with it.
Yes, okay. Actually, it looked kind of normal, right? Just a bit very, very small, And actually about the location, right? It's just like above a stone, So it can look kind of scary, right? Yeah, easy to fall down, right? Quite scary. Okay, what do you think about photo C? The next one, picture C.
The picture C, the outsider is a basketball or ball, but then living inside would be rough because, well, if you're gonna need to use a bathroom, then you're gonna go party outside. But then if they have a bathroom inside, well, the house would smell weird.
Right.
Also, it's very tight and uncomfortable to live in, so I don't think that 2 or more than 2 person could live in there.
Yeah, it's look quite like uncomfortable, right? It doesn't look like open area, right? Not open, not large, not comfortable. Yeah, I think so. Oh, okay, what about the last one? The last photo, what do you think?
Okay, so the last photo, I did remember that some of the person in my family members used to live in this type of house. I don't know why, but step inside was pretty uncomfortable. yet somehow a bit comfy somehow. But then again, at night, they don't really have light, so it would be very dark, creepy.
Yeah, it can be very dark, right? Okay, so in all the photo here, if you have the chance to choose one, which one would you like to live in the most? Which one would you like to live in the most?
I mean, like, I'd rather be living in picture D because other than that, A, B, and C look uncomfortable. And the place and the house that we're placed in look also uncomfortable. So I would like picture D.
Okay. So what about the house that you least likely to choose? The one that you least likely to choose to live in? Which one?
Let's see.
Alright, see, it looks so weird, right? And I believe that it's gonna be so uncomfortable, okay? We're not gonna have a lot of air for you to breathe, right? Okay, so now can you guess what our reading gonna be about? Can you make a guess what we're gonna read about now?
Unusual home.
Yeah, okay. We're gonna talk about some of the unusual home. Okay, some strange houses. And actually they're gonna talk about 4, right? 4 strange houses. Maybe it's gonna be like in the 4 photos here. And we're gonna talk about 4 very, very strange houses in the world. Okay, we have article here. It's not too long. And then we're gonna have 8 questions here, okay? So here, please take a look at the article, and then I'm gonna send the 8 questions in the chat box for you, okay?
Okay.
Yeah, the question gonna be in the chat box, and this is the reading. Okay, so please read it and help me answer these 8 questions. Okay, I already sent it in the chat box for you. The 8 questions. Okay. So I'm going to give you about 5 minutes, alright, to read and think about the question. Maybe if you've done before the 5 minutes, please let me know, alright? Please let me know that you're done, so we can check. Okay, or else you're gonna have 5 minutes to read and think about the questions. Alright, time for you to start now. Oh, okay, hello Hương. Okay, so Hương, can you hear me, Hương? Can you hear me now? Alright, so Hương, we are talking about a reading exercise here, okay? And we're gonna have an article here. And I already sent the question in the chat box, Hương, okay? So please take a look at the reading article here and help me answer the 8 questions. The topic here is about some strange houses in the world, okay? Yeah, we can wait a minute. I'm gonna send her some photo. Okay, Hương, you can check the chat box. I already sent some photo in the chat box for you. Alright. So a few more minutes for you guys to think. Alright, about 3 more minutes, you guys. Then we're gonna check 3 more minutes. Hương, hello, can you hear me, Hương? Okay, can you hear me now? No. Okay. Yeah, so we are having an article here, okay? And you're gonna do some reading exercise. And the topic here is about some strange houses in the world, right? So here, you can take a look at some of the photo here. And I already sent it in the chat box for you, Hương. Okay? And we're gonna have an article here. And we're gonna have some question. Have you received it in the chat box? Have you received? Okay. So we're gonna have 8 questions in the chat box, alright? Yeah, so maybe later you're gonna have me answer them. So please spend a few minutes reading about it. Yeah, alright, so done, right? Okay, so Ngọc first, can you help me answer question 1, 2, 3, and 4? Okay, from number 1 to number 4. Alright, so yeah, the first one. So what does the house in Lebanon look like? In Lebanon.
The house in Lebanon. Yeah. So
okay.
It look like, but it has a shape of everything.
Yeah, okay. It has a shape of a plane. So you can say it looks like a plane, right? That's how in Lebanon looks like a plane. Okay, what about question 2? So why are small windows important in the warm country? Ngọc?
Because small windows keep the house cool in summer.
Yes, okay. It's keep a house cool in summer, so it's very important, right? The small window. Alright, what about question 3? So what is the Mexican house made of? What is a Mexican house made of?
Well, it is made of rocks.
Yeah, it's made of rock, right? And question number 4. So how old is the house? I mean the house in Mexico. How old is it? The Mexican house.
30 years old?
Yeah.
Or more than 30 years old.
Yeah, more than 30 years old, right? Okay, thank you. Good job. Okay, so now Hương, can you help me answer from number 5 to number 8?
Okay, number 5. Okay,
What
can you find in the middle of the river Drina? You can find a tiny house on a rock in the middle of the river Drina in Serbia.
Yes, alright. And next one, question number 6. So when
do most people use the house? Why? People always use it mostly in summer because in winter it can be quite cold.
Yeah, it can be quite cold in the winter. So people mostly just use it in summer. Okay. And number 7, question number 7.
Number 7, what does the Japanese house look like? It is like a football.
Yeah, alright. It looks like a football, right? Yeah, that's like a football-shaped house, so it looks like a football. Okay, and question number 8. So why is it very bright inside?
It's very small but has big windows, so there is lots of light.
Yes, okay, because it has like big windows, right? Okay. Yeah, thank you guys. Alright, so here I just have 3 more questions. So actually I have already asked Ngọc these questions before. So now I would like to ask Hương a bit. So you have already received the photo, right, Hương? Okay,
yes.
Already received the photo. We have 4 unusual homes. So which of these houses would you like to live in, Hương? Yeah, the 4 houses. So which would you like to live in and why?
I want to live in 5 houses.
Sorry, which one?
Is the first flying house?
Yeah, the plane, right?
Yes.
Yeah, you mean the plane house, right? Okay, so why? Why would you like to live there?
Because I think it is large enough for many people live there, and it's also have a lot of space for many rooms, and we can easily do a lot of personal activities like that.
Alright, yeah. What about number 2? So which of the houses would you not like to live in? Yeah, not like to live in.
I think it's the house in the rock.
So you mean picture B, right?
Like this.
Yeah. So what? Picture D.
D, like that.
Picture D. Okay. And why? Why not?
Because I don't want a house which looks very old or like, and I also want a house which is very bright or like small and modern, so that I don't like this house.
Okay, yeah, that's good. Thank you. Yeah, and now for question 3, I want to ask both of you, okay? Both Ngọc and Hương for question 3. So do you guys know any other unusual house? Maybe in the world or in Vietnam. Yeah, do you guys know any? Yeah, both. I want to ask both Ngọc and Hường, not just Hường. I want to also ask Ngọc. Yeah, do you guys know any other unusual house, any other strange house? Hường, do you?
No, I don't.
Okay, you have never seen any, right? What about Ngọc? Have you seen or have you know any other unusual house in the world?
Don't know too.
No? Okay. Yeah, so it's not very popular, right? We don't have much of that. Okay, so yeah, let's move on. Now we're gonna talk about some new words. Okay, we're gonna have some adjectives to describe homes. Okay, so you guys can see we have so many adjectives here. So now I want you guys to help me put them in the table here, okay? Which word to talk about opinion, which word to talk about size, and which word to talk about temperatures, about sound and about light. Okay, please put them in the table here. They are all adjective. All the words here are adjective, and now you guys are gonna fill them into the table here. Okay, so a few minutes for you guys to think about it. Which words to talk about opinion, which word to talk about size, temperature, sound, and light. I mean to talk about the size, maybe something like large or big, you know, or small, that's the size. Okay, and for sound maybe it's noisy or it's a quiet. For the light, like it's a dark or it's not, like that. Let's talk about the light. And the size mean that it's big or it's small.
Cô ơi, cho em hỏi là sound ở đây có nghĩa là những từ gì
không? Sound là để mô tả về âm thanh ấy. Ví dụ như là ồn hay là yên lặng ấy. Nếu mà ví dụ không có thì thôi nhá. Không có thì thôi. Cái nào mà các con thấy là không có, chưa không có từ thì thôi cũng được. Mình cứ làm cái nào cột nào mình chắc chắn trước. Okay, just type your answer in the chat box, then I'm gonna check. Mình cứ type, các con cứ type cái answer mình vào đã nhá. Cứ làm theo suy nghĩ của mình đã rồi cô sẽ check. Type your answer in the chat box, then I'm gonna check.
Can I just say it?
Okay, so let me check. Alright, done. So you done, Ngọc? So you ready? Okay, so for yeah. So maybe Hường first. Hường, can you help me the first two columns, opinion and size, Hường? For opinion.
Opinion is attractive.
Yeah.
Comfortable. Unusual.
Alright.
Cozy.
Yeah, they are to talk about opinion, right? Okay, what about size? Size, what do you think?
Size is tiny.
Alright, tiny. Good. What else? Okay, just tiny, right? Okay, and for temperatures. Okay, Ngọc, please. Can you help me? Which one to talk about temperatures? Just tell me your answer.
Cold and warm.
Okay, cold and warm. And for sound, which one to talk about the sound?
I don't see anything about sound.
What about the talk about light? The last column about light.
Dark, bright.
Yes. And
is it light?
Light and also bright and also dark. Okay, so here, let's check the answer. So for opinion, we have attractive, comfortable, cozy, and unusual. Alright, and for size, we have the word tiny. For temperature, we have cold, cool, and warm, right? And for sound, actually, we have the word peaceful. Peaceful here is to talk about the sound. Okay, peaceful. And for light, we have the word bright, dark, and light. Okay, these words talk about light. Yeah, so actually peaceful is to talk about sound. Okay, so now I'm gonna give you guys 3 minutes to think. You guys can use the adjective here. And now here, help me talk about your house. Okay, here, tell me about your home. Tell me about your home. And you can use the adjective here. Alright, about opinions, about size, about temperatures, about sound, and about light. Yeah, use the adjective to talk about your home. Okay, so spend a few minutes, okay? Spend a few minutes to think about it and help me answer. I'm gonna give you a few minutes to prepare. Maybe just 3 more minutes to prepare. Then we're gonna talk. Okay, tell me about your home and using the adjectives here to describe it, to describe your home. Alright, 2 more minutes, then we're gonna talk. Yeah, okay, so let's start with Ngọc first, okay? Ngọc, can you go first? Alright, can you tell me and Hương about your house? Describe about it and tell me what do you think about it. Okay? Ngọc first, alright, ready?
So, well, my home is not very big or even tiny. It's just a comfy and cozy place for you to live in. Besides, when you're alone, you might feel peaceful when you're just being at yourself. But then again, at night, you might hear unusual noise when you're home alone. Sure, that might creep you out, but that's really even happened now, so I guess it's fine.
Okay. So how long have you been living in that house?
I guess since when I was 4 to now, because, well, when I was 4, I moved here.
So what about the temperatures inside the house?
The temperature at home was perfectly fine. Nothing seems like to be cold or warm. It's fine.
Okay, and the light? Is it dark? Or is it...
Well, the light is perfectly fine. I don't see it's too bright or too dark.
And what about the windows? How are the windows in your house? Do you have big windows or do you just have small windows in your house?
I have big windows, so it's very bright.
Okay, that's good. Alright, so in general, do you like living in that house? In general?
Yeah, especially when I'm alone.
Alright, so would you like to move to somewhere else in the future? Or do you still want to live there for a long time?
Well, I'm still gonna leave my home to move to a new one because I want to start a new life when I grow up.
Okay, that's good. Alright, thank you. Thank you so much, Ngọc, for sharing. That's good. Okay, thank you. Alright, so now, Hương, please. Can you help me talk about your house a bit? Hương.
Okay,
ready?
House is always comfortable and cozy.
Okay.
It is not very big and not very small. It's enough for my family to live in. My house is in my house. It is always warm in the summer, but it's too very cold when in the winter.
Okay.
Although I live in the cities, but in my neighborhood, but my neighborhood is very quiet and peaceful. So that many people they need to go somewhere to work, so they are not very noisy.
Okay.
And of course, in the days my house is always bright, but in the last night it is dark and don't have don't have any lights.
That's good. Okay. So how long have you been living there in that house, Hương? How long?
I have been living there since I was a baby.
Okay. So you was born, right? That means you were born. Okay. And in the future, would you still like to live there, or would you prefer to move somewhere else? How?
I don't know, but if I if I go to a top high school in high cities, I think I will move to another place to study and live there.
Alright.
But if I study in a normal high school, I think I will like live there.
Live there, right?
Yeah.
So you can still live with your parents, right? Live with your family. So it's a very nice thing. Okay, so now we're gonna have a listening exercise, you guys. So here, wait a minute. Okay, so you guys can take a look here. Now we're gonna have a listening exercise, okay? You guys gonna listen and tell me the answer for each of the question here. Wait me a bit. Okay, let me share the screen again. Alright, yeah, so we're gonna have five questions in total, okay? Yeah, so for the first one, they ask what is the number of Maria's house? We have 5, we have 15, we have 25. And for question number 2, which is Jason's house? And you're gonna listen to their description, okay, and describe which one is Jason's house, A, B, or C. And question 3, what time is Jenny going to leave school today? Okay, choose the correct answer to the correct time. And number 4, so what colors does Ben want to paint his bedroom? Blue, red, or green? And question number 5, what is Sarah going to do this afternoon? Okay, play football or working or cooking? Alright, so now you guys gonna listen and choose the correct answer for each one, okay? Yeah, so let me play the audio now. And when you have the answer, please send me your answer in the chat box. Type in the chat box.
Fact 31.
Right?
1. What is the number of Maria's house? Excuse me, do you live on this street?
Yes, I do. It's the 5th house on the right. The white one.
Oh yes, I can see. It's really pretty. It's opposite ours. Is yours 15 then?
Yes, that's right, it is. And yours is 25?
Two. Which is Jason's house?
When you come to my party on Saturday, Sally, you can see our new house.
Great. Is it much bigger than your old one?
Yes, it is. The living room's on the 1st floor and the bedrooms are on the ground floor.
Wow. I'd like to live on 2 floors. Our house has just 1 floor.
3. What time is Jenny going to leave school today?
Hi, Jenny. You don't usually call me at 3:10. Is everything okay?
Yes, Dad. I'm calling because I finished school at a different time today.
It's usually 4:10 on Friday, isn't it?
No, Dad. It's 4:10 on Thursday. Please come at 10 to 4 today. That's 20 minutes earlier than usual.
4. What colour does Ben want to paint his bedroom?
Hello, Ben. Are you going to help your dad paint your bedroom?
Yes, he prefers red, but I don't like that colour very much. I like blue.
Oh, I don't like blue. How about green? It's nice and bright.
I'm sorry, I don't agree. I don't like green bedrooms.
5. What is Sarah going to do this afternoon?
Hi, Sarah. Can we finish our homework project together this afternoon?
Oh, sorry, Tom. I can't. I'm going to make my mum's birthday cake after lunch.
Well, What about tomorrow then? I'm going to play football in the morning, but I can come round after that.
Great. See you then.
Okay, yeah, so now I can play the audio one more time, okay, for you guys to check. But if you already have the answer, please type your answer in the chat box so I can see your answer, okay? You just need to type like 1B or 1C or 1 or 3A like that. But I still gonna replay one more time for you guys to check, okay? But if you're sure with your answer, please let me know in the chat box. Type your answer in the chat box.
C1. 1. What is the number of Maria's house?
Excuse me, do you live on this street?
Yes, I do. It's the 5th house on the right. The white one.
Oh yes, I can see. It's really pretty. It's opposite ours. Is yours 15 then?
Yes, that's right, it is. And yours is 25?
2. Which is Jason's house?
When you come to my party on Saturday, Sally, you can see our new house.
Great. Is it much bigger than your old one?
Yes, it is. The living room's on the 1st floor and the bedrooms are on the ground floor.
Wow. I'd like to live on 2 floors. Our house has just 1 floor.
3. What time is Jenny going to leave school today?
Hi, Jenny. You don't usually call me at 3:10. Is everything okay?
Yes, Dad. I'm calling because I finished school at a different time today.
It's usually 4:10 on Friday, isn't it?
No, Dad. It's 4:10 on Thursday. Please come at 3:50 today. That's 20 minutes earlier than usual.
4. What colour does Ben want to paint his bedroom?
Hello, Ben. Are you going to help your dad paint your bedroom?
Yes, he prefers red, but I don't like that colour very much. I like blue.
Oh, I don't like blue. How about green? It's nice and bright.
I'm sorry, I don't agree. I don't like green bedrooms.
5. What is Sarah going to do this afternoon?
Hi, Sarah. Can we finish our homework project together this afternoon?
Oh, sorry, Tom. I can't. I'm going to make my mum's birthday cake after lunch.
Well, what about tomorrow then? I'm going to play football in the morning, but I can come round after that.
Great. See you then.
Yeah, okay. So I have received Hương answer. Okay. So Ngọc, have you got your answer? Can you send me your answer so we can check? Okay, yeah. So here, this is the answer. Number 1 is B. Okay, number 15. Number 2 is A. The answer is A. Number 3 is C. Number 3 actually is B. Okay, number 3 the correct answer is B. Number 4 is A, and number 5 is C. Okay, number 4 A and 5 is C. Alright, that's the correct answer here. B, A, and C. Okay. I see that you guys have some problem with number 3, 4 and 5. Của Hương là bị ngược thôi đúng không? Ok, con để là 4 trước rồi mình đến 5. 5 trước rồi mình đến 4 đúng không? 4A và 5C. So just number 3, right? Here, let's check number 3 a bit. So what time is Jenny going to leave for school? Hi Jenny, you don't usually call me at 3:10. Is everything okay? Yes, Dad, I'm calling because I finished school a different time. It's usually 4:10 on Friday. No, Dad, it's 4:10 on Thursday. Okay, and 3:50 today. That's 20 minutes earlier than usual. Alright, so today she gonna leave school like 20 minutes earlier than usual. That's 10 past 4, okay? 20 minutes earlier than usual. So the correct answer is B. That's the time for today. Yeah, okay, so now we just have one more exercise here. So we're gonna have a reading, a description of home. Okay, so can you guys read here? Alright, this is like an email, so can you guys read it real quick? She's describing her home. Alright, this is Fernanda describing her home. And can you tell me which city does she live in and how many rooms does her family's apartment have? Yeah, just spend 2 minutes. Read her description here. This is the descriptions of her home. And we have 2 questions about it. Okay, so she lives in Sao Paulo, Brazil, right? Yes. So how many rooms does her family's apartment have? How many rooms does her family apartment have? Okay, a kitchen, right? A living room, a bathroom, and 2 bedrooms. So that's 5, right? 5 rooms. Her family apartment have 5 rooms. Okay, yes. Alright, here you can see a kitchen, a living room, a bathroom, and 2 bedrooms, right? So that's 5 in total. Good? Yeah. Thank you. So here, can you guys take a look at this? So when you do the writing, maybe sometimes you can use the pronoun instead of the noun to avoid the repetitions of the noun. Okay, so now can you guys help me think which noun do the underlined pronouns in Fernanda's description replace? Here, let's take a look at the writing here. So which noun do the underlined pronoun replace? Okay, here for example the word eat here. What does eat here replace? Okay, so maybe Ngọc, can you help me answer? Here on line number 3, we have pronoun it. So what does it here replace? It replace. Yeah, it's just replace for apartment, right? What about this one? It on line number 4. It's got a kitchen, a living room.
It's also apartment.
Yeah, it here also replace apartment, right? And what about the word she here? Pronoun she here. What does she replace?
Her sister.
Yeah, her sister Louisa, right? And we here. We here.
It's her and her sister.
Yeah, okay. Like Fernanda and her sister Louisa, right? Okay, so when you do some writing, remember that you can use some pronouns to replace the noun, okay? To avoid repetition. Okay, so now can you guys take a look at the paragraph here? So what do you think that we can replace? What pronoun do you think that we can replace here? Let's take a look. Here, we have the house, me are, Helens, and Francisco. So can you guys tell me how can we replace the nouns here with pronoun? Alright, please let me know in the chat box. How you guys gonna replace? Okay, here. Please let me know your answer in the chat box. How can we replace the noun here with pronouns? Yeah, it's not too difficult, right? So David lived with his family in a small house in York, right? So the house here you guys can change to it, right? It's quite new. And the house here you can also change to it. And it has 2 bedrooms. Alright, David shares his bedroom with his baby sister Mia. So Mia here we can change to she. She is 2.5. David's mom Helen is a doctor and his dad Francisco is a nurse. And here they, right? Helen and Francisco. We're gonna change to they. They both work. Okay, so the how we're gonna change to it. Mia we're gonna change to she. Helen and Francisco we're gonna change to they. They both work at the local hospital. Okay, so remember we can use a pronoun instead of noun to avoid repetition. Okay, we do that so we don't have to repeat the noun. Sometimes the noun just appear too many times, so we can use pronoun. Okay, to avoid repetition, so we don't have to repeat the noun. Okay, so we just have a few more minutes, right? So just let me ask you guys a few more speaking questions. Okay, so Ngọc, please. So what room in your house that your family spend most of the time in? What room that your family spend most of the time in?
Well, mostly I saw them in the living room.
Okay, yeah, so what activity you guys usually do there in the living room? What activity?
I don't know. My parents sometimes very busy, so they always been doing some work.
Alright, okay, good. And Ngọc, okay, Ngọc, let me ask you one more. So who do you live with in your house?
I just live with my mom. I just live with my mom. Yeah.
Okay, you are just living with your mom, right? Okay, thank you. Alright, so Hương, may I ask you, Hương? So, okay. So what is your favorite room in your apartment?
My favorite room in my house is my room, my bedroom.
It is your bedroom.
There have a desk and a lot of my toys that I very like, and also I really like, and also it's there. And when I in my bedroom, I have a privacy space. Yes, like that.
Okay. So what do you usually do in your apartment, in your house? Not just in your bedroom, but in your house. What do you usually do there? In your apartment.
Can you repeat it?
Here. What do you usually do in your apartment or your house?
I always eat. I always have a meal. Take a nap. Go to bed in my house, and sometimes I have some spare time. So I do my activities like crocheting or like play the puzzle like that. And also in the evening, I study a lot of knowledge.
Alright, that's good. Okay, so just one last question for Ngọc. For Ngọc, please. Alright, so what is your favorite room in your house? What is your favorite room in your house, Ngọc?
Well, my bedroom.
Also your bedroom, right? Okay. So what do you usually do in your bedroom?
Usually I just draw or watch the view from the window.
Okay, cool. Okay, so what can you see from your window? What view can you see from your window?
Just some random animal walking past and people just doing their business.
Yeah. So what about like maybe during the sunset hour? Do you usually sometimes watch the sunset or the sunrise from your window? Can you see that?
Yeah. Yeah, I did, but I would just avoid looking at it again because I felt kind of bored.
Yeah, okay, I know. Alright, yeah, so anyway, actually that's it, okay? That's it for our class today. We just discussing the topic places, alright? About my places, about you guys' house, or home, or apartment. That's what we discussed today. Okay, so thank you guys so much for joining the class today. I think you can stop here today. So thank you for joining, okay? So we can stop here. So bye-bye. See you guys again next week. Thanks for joining. Alright, see you. Okay, bye-bye. Okay, see you. Bye-bye.